Maido! Hi there, Japan fans! In today's show, we're going to talk about heroes. Present, Master Shimashou. This is the 5th year of the Presentation Japan Series podcast. We are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guide committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book, in Japanese, Za Eigyo, is now available on Amazon. Become a better speaker who is clear, confident, persuasive, and highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. Every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 288. Today we're talking about how to make your business audience the heroes when presenting. When we're asked to give a business presentation, we may imagine we are the hero, arriving on our white charger to rescue the audience from their woes. We may come armed to the teeth with research, data, statistics, evidence, testimonials, and proof. We have it partially correct. We are definitely there to add value, to make their attendance worth it, and to leave some positive residue from the experience. However, we are not the hero, jauntily dispensing wisdom and gold nuggets. We must make those attending the hero. And we need to find out what is their kryptonite, the things which are making business hard for them. We are the catalyst, the seer, the guide, the trusted advisor, showing a different and superior path to those already considered. Once we know their issues, we can fix on our purpose, determine our central message to give them help in their work. We probably have a lot of good ideas for them, but we have limited time for our talk. So we need to refine the message down to something we can get through in about 40 minutes. We have some central aims in the talk. Firstly, we have to find ways to connect with them. Our grand resume will hopefully go some way to establish our credibility, but in this era of fake news, that may not be enough anymore. Our opening has to crack the code and grab their attention. A boring start will ensure everyone is grabbing their phones and surreptitiously scrolling around the internet looking for something much more interesting than us. We need to flag that we have some answers for some of the central problems which have been plaguing them for some time. Secondly, we want to motivate them to take action to do something. This is where we can often get carried away. Before you know it, our talk has become the 100 things you need to do to achieve wealth, happiness, and the secret of life. We need to fix on one major thing which will lift all boats and make a fundamental improvement in their businesses. We'll be facing a mixed audience, scattered across industry, specialization, gender, age, and position. One key action item and one key benefit is the target, because that forces us to go for the richest vein, to tap into the motherlode. Thirdly, to get people behind the idea, we need to offer proof of what we are saying. This is where storytelling is so critical. If we bundle up a whole bunch of numbers, assorted data and various details, the chances of anyone writing it down are very slim, and that anyone will refer to those same notes ever again is even slimmer. For everyone else, they won't recall the content because we forget 50% of what we hear within an hour, 70% within a day, and 90% within a week. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 13th of May, we'll have our course previews. On the 18th of May, we're doing the Dale Carnegie course, and on the 19th and 20th of May, we'll be doing high-impact presentations. Check out our website at www.dale, D-A-L-E, hyphen, Carnegie, C-A-R-N-E-G-I-E, .co.jp. Lots and lots of value for you there. Now, to do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, there are over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which is the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. We tend to remember the stories we heard in presentations we've attended if they were told well. There should be a central figure, the main character, and we tell the story of what happened to them. If we're trying to make a key point, then the main character can become a proxy, an avatar for those in the audience. The hero of the story is just like them, and they can identify with the hero's situation. Next, we need to add in some tension. We want to create some conflict to underline the struggle our hero is going through and which the audience is going through too. For this purpose, we need the baddie and the winter is coming scenario of impending doom unless we do something right now. COVID-19, for example, would fit the bill for the common evil negatively impacting our businesses. We tell the story of some action taken by our hero, who looks very similar to our audience, and what was the result of the action they took that kept them from going off the precipice to their destruction. When we tell this story, it needs to be graphic in order for it to resonate. We need to transport the audience to the scene, the season, introduce the different characters involved while outlining the plot of what happened. For example, if there is a CFO in this story, we can't just say, Suzuki was a CFO. We need to flesh it out more and make it more relatable. We can say, the CFO, Suzuki, looked a very worried woman. Her face was lined with worry, and you could sense the high levels of stress the low revenue numbers were generating. Each main character needs a small bio involving some emotion so that we can connect and empathize with them. We might be having very worrying revenue numbers too, so we know what Suzuki is going through, or we may have had this experience in the past so we can relate. We need the emotion to be there to provide the glue to get us interested in what happened to this other company. Finally, we introduce the fix, our recommendation in the context of what it did for the hero in the story. We set the scene for what success looks like, and this is appealing to the audience because this is what they are seeking too. They've identified with the hero's dilemma, and the audience will also identify with the solution. The more we can have the audience identify with the hero in the story, the more likely they are to receive the lessons we are recommending through the medium of the example we are outlining. Our purpose was to impart some recommendation, and this is one powerful way to get an audience to adopt what we are saying. Thank you for joining the Presentations Japan series. If you got value from today's show, spread the love around and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you have learned today, use it, and go out there and become a presentations legend. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.